Welcome to this video. I just wanted to shoot this quick video because I think it's very important, especially for the e-commerce brands. Today, we're going to be talking about new changes that Google rolled out on June 1st of this year, 2024. And what we really want to go over are just like the key points, an overview of these changes, how they're going to affect us, what are some actionable steps that we can take to implement and help us out, right? So by the end of this video, I ask you that you just stick with me because you're going to have some actionable steps to ensure that your emails continue to reach your customers. So let's start off with a little bit about ourselves. My name's Oscar Guerrero, and I'm the founder of an agency that's called WeClick. We specialize in email and SMS marketing. I have over 10 years in the digital marketing space. So far, we have specialized in serving CPG brands. We have a ton of experience with businesses of all sizes. Tell you a little bit more about some of the businesses that we've worked with. We've assisted dozens of stores, generated hundreds of thousands of clicks, and obviously millions of dollars. We have deep knowledge and a proven track record when it comes to everything from design, copywriting, deliverability, and implementation strategy. And we are Klaviyo Master Platinum partners at the moment. So why do you want to ensure that your emails reach your customers' inboxes? Everyone knows that email is a high ROI channel, right? The revenue produced by email can range between 10 to 30% or more for some brands, depending on the attribution model. We know that in today's world, acquisition costs aren't cheap. So email becomes the main driver to profitability, becomes the main driver for retention, and obviously increased lifetime value. So what's the problem that just started a few days ago, June 1st, 2024? There are new email deliverability protocols that are being enforced. These include a stricter spam rate threshold, mandatory email authentication, and one-click unsubscribe requirements. Now, if we fail to comply with any of these, we can drastically reduce your email hitting your engagement and revenue targets, and this will obviously really hurt your brand. If you ignore these changes, your emails might end up in the spam folder or not delivered at all. This means that you're going to have fewer eyes on your offers, lower engagement rates, and ultimately lost revenue and profitability. Now, aside from just bringing people back to buy again, remember, if your list is large enough, email can even serve as a lever to increase cash flow when you need it most. Also, just keep in mind that it's crucial for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, when CPMs are at their highest. We're already halfway through the year and just really a few months away from, or a quarter away from the end of the year. So this is something that we recommend you start to work on. Now, for most brands, if you want to stay in business, you're going to need email. So staying compliant is really just a must. Now, if you resolve this problem by adapting to these new protocols, you ensure that your emails land in the right inbox. This is going to boost your engagement rates. It's going to keep your audience informed and engaged, and ultimately drive more conversions and sales. Plus, maintaining good email hygiene is going to strengthen your sender reputation. So what's the solution? The solution involves implementing a few key strategies. First, we want to regularly clean our email lists. Number two, you need to make sure that you are authenticating with SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. You want to use one-click unsubscribe links in your emails. Make sure that your unsubscribe links are prominent, and you need to monitor your email performance closely using tools like Google Postmaster tools and Klaviyo Analytics if you're on Klaviyo, or whichever ESP you're on. Typically, you'll have some type of analytics that'll help you. Now, the first three things here, if you are running a successful brand with a robust email program, should have already been implemented. But we're going to talk just a little bit about each one of these things and what you can do. So the first thing is list cleaning. You can clean your list in three very easy steps. The first is to suppress any invalid and outdated email addresses. The second is to identify unengaged profiles in your email list. And the third is to delete or suppress those unengaged profiles. Like I said, this is something that you should already actively be doing, and I imagine many of you already are. The second part is implementing SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. Now, let's go back and review some history here and why I believe that you probably already have this in place or should. Back in October of 2023, Gmail announced that in February 2024 of this year, they would start to gradually enforce some conditions for bulk senders. Now, they defined bulk senders as those people who are sending roughly around 5,000 emails per day. So that's probably most brands out there. And what they were trying to enforce is that you had the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC properly set up. Now, without getting into too much detail of what all that means, this just means that they wanted senders to authenticate and actually prove that they are who they say they are in their emails by adding some entries to DNS. In order to do this, if you don't have this set up, you can actually get instructions from your ESP, whether you're using Klaviyo or SendLane or any of the other ESPs out there. They typically will help walk you through this or have this information available on the website. By the way, if you have seen a decline in your email's performance this year, this would be a great place to start. See if you have this set up. We have worked with some brands this year that contacted us and they're like, we just don't understand what happened this year. Why is our email underperforming? And then this was the first thing that we looked at and we knew right away that this had to be fixed. So if that sounds like you, look at this first. Now, as of June 1st, 2024, the enforcement got a lot more intense. Google released these guidelines, but they also released a new procedure that they call Google mitigation. And this is a case that if you start to have medium or bad domain reputation and your emails get sent to the spam folder, it's possible that you work on improving your metrics, but you continue going to the spam folder, then you can actually request Google mitigation to see if they can now give you a pass out of spam. But in order to have this, you have to have about 7 days in a row with a 0% spam rate, with days in there that you are doing bulk sends. Okay. So how do you know what your spam rate is? Our recommendation is to use Google Postmaster Tools and monitor the spam rate. Now, when you look at Google Postmaster Tools, you will have a daily update of how your spam rate and deliverability is. But keep in mind that this is only giving you information that pertains to Gmail addresses. In addition to that, I know that the ESPs, the email service providers like Klaviyo, have analytics in their platforms, but I want you to keep in mind that those analytics don't include information about Google. And that's because Google doesn't send back, like if a recipient marks an email as spam, they don't send that information back to Klaviyo. So Klaviyo really would have no way of knowing. So in addition to keeping an eye on your spam rates or monitoring your spam rates within Klaviyo, which is important because you do have to look at how you're reaching users in the other domains, you should also have Google Postmaster Tools set up, and you should also be monitoring these. Now, if all of this made sense to you, and if you need any help with any of this, we're actually offering a free email deliverability roadmap. What we'll do is we'll dive into your email account, we'll run some tests, we'll see maybe if you're missing something, and we'll actually give you a roadmap to say, hey, if I were managing your program, these are the things that I would do in order to make sure that you're reaching the inbox, especially for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So if you'd like that, what I recommend that you do is just go to our website, weclickgroup.com, and you'll see a button somewhere there to schedule an appointment with us, and we'll be happy to do that. Also, if you found this interesting and you want us to do a workshop type video or a live event where we're actually going through accounts and helping you, let us know. Or if you'd like us to dive deeper into any of the things, like how do we manage DKIM and DMARC? How do you actually make those changes? And you want us to show you how to make those changes in a few accounts, let us know. I hope that you found this helpful, and I look forward to hearing from you guys.